Hey, 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 everybody, everywhere. You know what time it is. Flip My Legacy Business Shower Introductions. It is none other than your girl, Sharice Lenore of RileyLenore.com. We are back again. Tonight is a little different. So, from Friday of last week up until last night, you have met business shower recipients. You have met women from all walks of life, from all different backgrounds and different industries that have showed up on this platform to share with you who they are, what their God vision was, what the need was in their business, why they chose to participate in this event, and if they were to be sold into whether a resource, whether a service, whether a financial seed for their business, how they would pay it forward. And tonight you're going to meet a business shower sower. Get excited about that. So I originally started off by letting everyone know that the reason why I'm doing this event, I was scrolling through the internet and I saw something that said, to normalize, we should normalize business showers the way we do baby showers. And I was like, that makes sense. And so in hearing that, I gotta tune in from a phone so I can see what's going on at the same time, because I can't see the comments on here. So to normalize business showers like we do baby showers. And when I heard that concept, I was like, oh, that sounds good. And I heard Holy Spirit say, well, do it. And I'm like, wait, do what? Like, hold on, I need some help in my business. And so I did search the internet to see, could I find any information on business showers? I could not find any. I found a couple of flyers of individuals saying they were hosting a business shower luncheon or different things like that, but there was no information. There was no roadmap of what a business shower looked like. There was no instructions or a how-to guide to do one, to start one, what did you need? And so immediately I began to pray and I said, well, Lord, you told me to do this. You're going to have to give me instruction. And he began to download how to do it for me. Now, this isn't the roadmap or the plan on how you should do a business shower or how a business shower should be done. This is what God gave to me. He said, reach out to emerging entrepreneurs who are struggling in business or who are struggling to go to the next level and find out what the need is. What do you need in order to take your business to the next level or your God vision to the next level? And then I want you to appeal to business owners, entrepreneurs who already have a business. They may not be Fortune 500 companies, but who have overcome certain obstacles and certain things in this entrepreneur walk where they now can give back and ask them, hey, do you want to be a part in paying it forward and giving back a resource, a service, a financial seed to help an emerging entrepreneur? I was amazed at the influx of emails, text messages, Facebook posts where people reached out and said, hey, I want to participate in any way that I can. And hence, here it goes. Now, I was planning on doing this in 2022, okay? Because this idea was downloaded in the end of August. So I was planning on doing this in 2022. And then I heard, nope, you're going to do this on September 24th. September 24th of 2021. Okay, God, you're not playing. But out of obedience, this was birthed. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what God is doing. We've met some amazing people. We met Corinne Peoples, a women's think tank out of California. We met Crystal Ross with JLCS Consulting Services out of Illinois. We met Ina Linares of Chef Ina's Kitchen out of Atlanta, Georgia. We met Juanetta Joseph of Triumphant Healthcare Services out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And tonight we are about to meet Miss Lisa Marie. Now listen, Lisa Marie wears a lot of different hats. I'm going to allow her to share who she is herself. Now I'm going to brag on her a little bit as to who she is, what she does, the realms and spaces that she operates in, and what makes her a subject matter expert when it comes to business or authoritative when it comes to business, and what she can add to this dynamic. Now, if you're watching this live, go ahead and comment. Let us know you're there. Go ahead, like or love the broadcast, and do me a favor and share it. Well, Sharice, why do you want me to share it? I want you to share it because even if what we're talking about does not resonate with you directly, you never know who's on your timeline that may need what's being said here today. So make sure you share it. We also do giveaways based on that method as well. So if you shared our broadcast, if you liked or loved our broadcast, if you commented on the broadcast or even on the replay, you get entered in. We've had some amazing giveaways the last several days. So with no further ado, we're going to ask Lisa Marie to unmute her mic, to come on camera and to join us live so that we can get started on tonight. Hey, Lisa.
Hello, everyone. I am happy to be here.
Listen,
I am
Lisa's rocking
excited.
her signature glasses.
Yes,
I
I,
absolutely love it.
I had to be able to see. Can't do
So
anything when
we
you
go
can't see.
right, but we gonna jump in because we got a lot to unpack. Because even though we have listed, and let me get now. Listen, y'all bear with me because I tell y'all all the time. Lord, I done called
Well,
her business Prophecy Bougie. Let me
hey,
change this.
you
Let me
are
change this right quick while
already,
we talking. But
but that's the spirit. You're already speaking to what I
listen,
am.
prophecy.
I
We
I am a
prophesying.
prophet as well. So,
Listen,
you
we
know,
are prophesying. Project. Let me correct her website for you right quick. Now listen, I tell y'all all the time, ain't no shame in my game. Listen, I'm not no expert when it comes to this internet stuff. I'm learning as I go. Okay. So I'm teaching myself how to use all of these systems and softwares and all of this stuff. So Lisa wears a lot of many hats. Lisa is a designer. She is a seamstress. When I say make custom pieces, she literally makes her own custom pieces. I'm not talking about hiring someone else, hiring out a seamstress. This woman literally taught herself how to sew some years ago. She was the winner of celebrity stylist Jay Boland's. He did a designer boot camp or a styling boot camp. She won that boot camp. She got to style some very important people in the gospel recording arena. So her dresses and her garments have appeared on some amazing people. So she won that. She is a self-taught seamstress, a self-taught designer. She has her own business where she sells shirts and all type of custom prints and garments. If you guys saw my birthday pictures from 2019, every piece I wore that weekend was designed by Lisa Marie. Listen, from the shirts that everyone that attended my party on that Friday night wore, they were custom designed by Lisa Marie. To my blinged out tennis shoes, they were handmade by Lisa Marie. My tiaras that I wore each night, I wore a different one, were Lisa Marie. My tutu and my denim dress was custom cut, sewed, made with love by Lisa Marie. Everything was made by her. So she does that. She is a brand strategist. So she has her own branding company where she can take you from the beginning to the end with finding the right colors, your signature sound, your signature look for your company. She also owns a magazine that she's bringing back. She wears so many hats, and she just recently launched her podcast, The Mental Cookie, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. So now, Lisa, I gave them a brief introduction as to who you are, and that is not even a full overview of all of the areas and the veins that you walked in. But I'm so glad you reached out to be a part of this because you have a tremendously amazing story, an amazing testimony. You are the epitome of someone who has overcome and who continues to overcome every day obstacles in order to exist in this entrepreneurial world. So I'm going to ask you to just go ahead and just share with the audience. Tell them who you are. Tell them all that you do, because I didn't brag on you a whole lot, girl.
well, yeah. I mean, you covered a lot. I'm humbled. Thank you so very much. Um, Of course, I'm Lisa Marie, and yes, Lisa Marie is my first name, my given name. It's not a social media name. Um, I am a designer. I am a seamstress. I am a brand strategist. I am a perseverance coach. Um, like Cherie said, I do a lot. I'm a best-selling author. Um, I'm a grandma. I'm a mother. I am an obedient and humble daughter of God, is what I am. Um, and I allow God to guide me and speak to me in order to share my gift and my talents with those in need who need it. Um, that's a little bit about me. A little bit about me.
There's a lot there. There's a lot to unpack. So Lisa, you are not a stranger when it comes to entrepreneurship.
No.
So we know this business shower. This business shower is to help emergent entrepreneurs, or those entrepreneurs who are stuck, who are on the fence,
Mhm.
who's ready to give up because they just need that next thing in order to propel their business forward. And you know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? We
Yes.
talk all the time. Well, we don't talk as much as we used to. We used to literally talk every single day. But
Yes.
as seasons go on, we get in different spaces for a season. But and the times that we would talk every day, the thing that we both agreed about is with entrepreneurship, that it's not cookie cutter. And number two, it's not what social media makes it out to be. There are going to be ebbs and
Definitely.
flows. There's going to be highs and lows. And there's going to be a lot of learning curves and a lot of things you have to do. So talk about when you first entered into entrepreneurship, because you've also worked in corporate America. You've done some different
Yes.
things. So talk a little bit about your journey into entrepreneurship, but also into the vein of creating the companies that you have created thus far.
Um, yes, entrepreneurship is not for everyone, and that is completely okay. I just want to start by saying that it is not a requirement for you to become an entrepreneur. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being an employee or supporter of someone else. So you do not have to take this road because it is not easy. It is not cookie cutter. Everyone's experience, successes and failures are going to be different. There is not a blueprint. There's no right way, there's no wrong way into this entrepreneurial journey. For me, I had my first business, whew, I think I was probably 26 or 27 when I started. I've always had that that drive, that get up and go. I've always known since I was in elementary school. You and your friends get together and you're like, well, what do you want to be? Your teachers ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Mine has always been business owner. Didn't know what kind of business I was going to own, but I knew that I was going to be a business owner. I have never ever strayed away from that. And so that's what I did. When I make up my mind to do something, I don't sleep, I don't do anything until I achieve the goals that I set for myself. And like I say, everyone's level of success is different. Everyone's experience is different. For me, um, I would say my biggest journey, like I said, I started when I was 27. Was my first business. I used to clean homes and do laundry and things like that. I always do things that I enjoy. Um, and in 2008, I had a really bad experience with a company I was working for. I was selling cars. I was the only female car salesperson among 14 men. And I was being sexually harassed by my general manager.
Wow.
And it had got so bad that, of course, I quit, and I had to file a lawsuit against them and everything. But it caused me some PTSD, some trauma,
Mhm.
whereas I couldn't work around men for a long time. And it was so bad that my mom had to well, she didn't have to. She did. She drove from Salt Lake City, Utah to Charlotte, North Carolina, packed me, my 3 kids, and my entire apartment up and drove us back to Utah
Wow.
to live. And I knew that giving up for me, no matter what I go through, no matter what obstacles are thrown my way, giving up is not an option for me. I had 3 children I had to take care of. And, you know, I was down for a while. I'm going to admit, you know, I was depressed for about a straight 6 months. And it got to the point where I'm like, you know, enough is enough. I decided to combine some of the things that I like to do. I love to write, I love music, and I love technology. I am a geek. And hence my magazine was birthed. I
Mm-hmm.
decided to create an online magazine geared towards unsigned and independent musicians. I literally created everything from scratch. I mean, code everything. I built my website. I used social media to seek out the artists and people that I wanted to promote my magazine. I didn't charge for it. I mean, this was in 2009. So this was at the beginning of Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That whole boom. I got started on thisis50.com and transitioned over to Twitter. I mean, these things just took off from there. My magazine was viewed in over 55 different countries. I had
Wow.
artists from all over. I helped break a lot of independent and unsigned artists careers, you know, and to this day, a lot of them still keep in contact with me. They still call me and ask me for advice, message me, and different things like that. And that transition, well, that birthed a blog talk radio show. So I got into doing radio. I released a couple of mixtapes featuring those artists and things like that. So I help expand their audience and introduce them to a lot of people. I love that. I enjoy that. I mean, I did everything by myself, but at the forefront, it was all to serve other people. I never really looked at it as something to garner, you know, celebrity for myself. I loved being a behind the scenes person. Well, I loved being a behind the scenes person. I loved being that one promoting you, giving you that encouragement and that support that you needed. I was always there. And that really, when I say it took off in ways that I couldn't even imagine. I
Wow.
could not imagine. And I eventually rebranded it to a women's empowerment lifestyle magazine, where I wanted to do those same things I did for musicians, but for women. I mean, everyday women, and of course, kids, celebrating kids. So HHH Magazine is what it's called. Um, and you can find that everywhere. Just HHH Magazine on all social media platforms. I'm there, and yeah, that's just a little bit about why I got started with the magazine. Um,
Awesome. So you have charted in so many different territories when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to a career, especially with the original magazine that you did where you targeted, artists and, rappers and things like that, coming out of what you came out of. working in a car dealership, dealing with sexual harassment, overcoming PTSD, and all of those things to still show up for your community, to still show up for people.
Mm-hmm.
And then outside of that, you birthed this magazine, you then transition it into HHH magazine, which is still, people can still get online copies of this magazine. You're relaunching this magazine at the beginning of 2022. And in the midst of all of this, you then, on top of that, you start a consulting agency as a brand strategist. You start a clothing line as well. Doing that, you became a best-selling author. You had a publishing company that's kind of on the back burner right now. You did all of these different things. So, and now we're here. So as a person who has operated in different spaces and different realms of entrepreneurship, from seeing success in, immediate success, to seeing delayed success, to seeing some things where you've had to say, let me rebrand this. Let me restructure this. Let me possibly do this way over here. What would be your takeaways or the things that you've learned? You said you started at what, 26?
Yeah.
So almost 25 years, not quite 25 years. So more so like 22, 23 years in this
yeah, because
realm.
I'm about to be 50 next year. So
girl, listen, I wasn't even gonna tell the people because you don't look nothing like you about to be 50 years old. That's that good water you drinking over there and minding your business. Like they say, when you drink your water, mind your business. It keeps the skin clear and pretty, right?
Yes, it does.
So almost 25 years, in entrepreneurship, I know that you have learned a lot of things. There's a lot of lessons. There's a lot of things you've learned through trial and error that I know you wish, had I known this before, man, I'd have been so much further now. Share with us two major things that have been learning points for you, or that have been so impactful that it's completely changed the lens of entrepreneurship for you, that majority of people stepping into this arena step into it not knowing.
For one, I'm still learning. Never ever, that to me, that is number one. Never stop learning. Never get to a point where you think you know everything. Ask for help. Seek out people smarter than you. That is, I can't even stress how important that is, to seek out those who are smarter than you. Also, stop trying to do everything yourself.
Say that one more time.
Stop trying to do everything yourself. Stop operating in a silo, off on that deserted island by yourself. You are not meant to operate in a silo. You're not meant to do everything alone. It's okay to be knowledgeable in several different areas, but to truly be successful, you need to have a team. You need to have people, or not just a team, but associates, other business owners that you can partner with, so that you can collaborate together. So if I know for a fact I can't do something, I'm at a point now where I'm not going to go out and try to learn how to do it. I am at a point where I am going to reach out to someone else that I know this is their specialty. This is what they do. This is their wheelhouse. I'm going to reach out to them and see if we can maybe barter. We can collaborate, whatever the case may be, so that I'm not doing it alone anymore. That for me was, for one, it's the biggest obstacle, is because I feel like, can nobody do it better than me? So I'm trying to do everything, and you get burnt out. And that's exactly what happened to me with my magazine. I mean, I went from when I transitioned from it just being strictly online to a print magazine. I learned how to design. I got the software to design the magazine layout. I designed everything myself. I inputted everything myself. I had it printed. I did everything all on my own. I did all the photography by myself, did the promoting by myself. All of those things I'm doing alone, and I got burnt out. So I am, when I tell you stop operating in a silo, there are other people that can do it just as good as you, if not better than you, because that's their wheelhouse. So they may know some tips and some tricks and some, some cutting, whatever, to get it done better and faster, more efficient than you. Reach out to those people, partner with those people. Do not be afraid to ask for help. I'm still learning that.
Yeah, we have a comment in the chat from Afisha Payne. She says, right, don't reinvent the wheel. And that's so true. In entrepreneurship, we tend to do that all the time when, there's a couple of reasons, and I've been sharing it on various lives. A lot of the times, the reason why we don't reach out for help is a fear. Oh, they're going to steal my idea. Oh, that person's really not going to help me. Or, if I share this with them, then they're not going to really give me what I need. And next thing I know, they're going to be doing what I'm asking them to help me with. There's so much fear there with sharing and with coming together. So have you experienced that in the industry? Have you experienced that when reaching out for help? Are those the things that in the beginning that hindered you? And
Yes.
if so, what has helped you transition now to find that level of trust or know the difference between the people that you can reach out to and get help from, opposed to the ones you need to steer clear of?
That is the key right there, is listening. What I've learned to do now is, one, open my mouth and ask for help. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Does not.
I cannot. I mean, I literally have almost 750 books in my home library, and 95% of those books, 80% of those books are business related books. So I can do a lot of things. Do I want to continue to do a lot of things by myself? No, I'm too old for that. I'm getting too old for that.
Yes.
And my time and my talents are best used in other areas of my business instead of focusing on trying to be that all in one. As far as knowing who to ask for, I mean, nothing is new. Everything is being reinvented. Everything is being done in different ways, but it's at the core, it is the same. There is nothing being invented today that doesn't already exist.
I've been waiting for someone to say that.
Like
yes.
They say, when you go to the market and you go down the bread aisle, you get Wonder Bread, you got all these other different bread companies. They all have the same thing. They're just doing it a little different in their own way. So you can't focus on that. Yes, there are a lot of scammers out here. There are a lot of people out here that operate and prey on people to steal their ideas and go out and do it themselves. But one thing you have to remember is they're not you. God didn't give them the same vision he gave you. So you can't worry about that. Another thing I have learned to do is quieting my mind and listening to the direction that God has given me with regards to who I am to partner with, who I am to help, not being so desperate that you are out there talking to everybody and telling everybody everything about what you're doing. It ain't none of their business.
Yes.
It is not
Preach.
any of their business. Stop operating in a level of desperation.
Mm.
Stop operating in a sense of struggle. I'm struggling. That struggle mode. You have to not operate in struggle mode. You can't operate in desperation. You have to be smart. You have to be wise, and don't be in a rush to do everything. My thing, I am the total opposite of what people say. Hurry up and do it. Hurry up and put this out. No, it can have a couple of errors here and there. Just be the first to get it out. No, you don't have to be the first to get it out. You want to take your time. You want to listen to the guidance that's given to you. Reach out to people to see if they are willing to mentor you, and listen to that advice. Sift through it and see and apply it as needed. If you have an idea for something that's just so amazing, protect it before you start speaking on it. Copyright it, trademark it, patent it before. Get some
Listen,
NDAs.
you're in the vein. You wasn't even online earlier when I went live to do the giveaway from last night. Our guest last night, Juanetta, did a giveaway. We spun the wheel today. And that was literally what Holy Spirit dropped on me to share people. Listen, y'all got to start trademarking your stuff. You got to, even if you got to do the po man copyright, you got to start having something to show that you are the owner and the creator out here, because there are literally wolves out here that are hunting around, pretending like they have nothing going on. They're listening to you. They're listening to your vision. They're sitting back. They're watching you launch. They're watching you create this massive following. They're watching you create this frenzy. They see what you got going on. And then the first thing they're doing, because I personally know people who do this. So I'm not telling you what I think is happening. I'm telling you what I know firsthand. I know people who literally do this. And then once you've reached a certain plateau, once you have a certain amount of followers and you've coined a phrase or you've coined a term or anything like that, or a movement, the next thing they do is they go to the USPTO.gov website. They put in that information to see if you've secured a trademark on it. When they see no trademark in place, these individuals will then trademark your brand, your vision, your company, your slogan, your thing. Why? Because now if you want it, you won't have to buy it back from me. Or no, now to use it, you're going to have to pay me a percentage of it. And
they
we
hold
do
it
that
hostage. They
so
ransom.
much.
They
So
ransom.
we share everything. We cast all our pearls upon swine, and we ain't, and I've been guilty of it myself. So I'm not telling you guys something that, oh, I got it all together. As Lisa said when she first started, we're learning as we go. We're still learning this thing.
It's not just the name, it's the domain name. You and I both know Clubhouse, when Clubhouse was still private, that was a huge thing. People going in all of these rooms, sharing all of this information, and you got wolves in the audience listening. And while people are talking, they're on different domain servers, buying up people domains and then offering to sell it back to them if they wanted it. Marking it up, selling it back to them. So stop being so quick to share everything. Stop talking so much. Stop sharing with people who you are not supposed to be sharing with. Protect yourself. Trademarking is not cheap. No. You cannot do it by yourself. You need to have an intellectual properties attorney. And when you are seeking out an intellectual property attorney, do your homework. Make sure they are licensed and registered in the state that not only that you live in, but that they live in and operate it. Do your due diligence. Research them. Don't just go on for these Instagram brand protectors and all of that stuff that they're calling themselves. Do your research and see for yourself if they are actually who they say they are. Make sure that, like I said, they're licensed to do and practice law. Intellectual property is what you need an attorney. Intellectual property attorneys handles copyright, trademarks. Some of them may also handle patents, but not all of them. My sister is an intellectual properties attorney, so that's why I am very familiar with that aspect of things. But get those NDAs. Start
Yes.
schedule consultations with people. Record these consultations that you are having with these people.
Yep.
Before you
Yep.
jump on camera talking with them, have them sign an NDA. If they are
Yep.
unwilling to sign an NDA, keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. You know what's even good? One of the things I implemented in my business some months ago is that not only do I make you sign an NDA with me, I make you sign an MCA non-compete clause as well. Because I have found, and you know this firsthand, we've talked about it. I found, especially in the credit repair industry, you have a lot of scammers out here with credit repair as well.
Oh yeah.
And you have people that will call your company pretending like they need service to see, or they'll send, they'll go to my website, they'll click on learn more to see what type of software I'm using, how am I responding to them, what systems. And I can always tell who they are, because when I get on a consultation with them, they're asking certain questions that an individual that's trying to fix their credit shouldn't be asking. The only person that's asking that is an individual trying to start a credit repair company. So in doing that, what I started doing on all of my consultations now is you get that NDA, non-disclosure agreement. When we go to work, you get a NCA. And even when I do my business consulting and my business mentorship boot camps, all of those things are in here, you know, at that time. And I make them sign it, especially if I do the groups. If I have 2 and 3 people at one time, I never want anyone to feel uncomfortable with sharing their vision, because someone in the room will try to come and take, you know what I'm saying, that thing. So you're dropping some real nuggets and some true knowledge that people really, really need to know. Did I freeze on you?
Oh, no.
And this is good stuff. So when I tell you God don't make no mistakes, and you really in the vein, and you talking good, and you are on point, you're really, really, really on point when it comes to this. So let's fast forward and let's talk about this with our few minutes we have left. Is you reached out to me when I posted it in the group, the Recreators Lounge. You immediately, but I can always, and I will say this openly, and I've said this to you privately, I can always count on you to like whatever I'm doing, to share whatever I'm doing. And you've always reached out, hey, what do you need? How can I help? That is your spirit. That is your personality. You are a person that truly understands, if I call you my friend, I'm your friend. You know what I'm saying? If I can help you, I can help you. If I can't help you, I can't help you. And the one thing that I love about you is that you've learned the power of no. You've learned the power of, you know, hey, I can do this, but you know what, Sharice, I love you. I'm not going to do that, because that, just thinking about it, that's stressing me out right now. I don't want that. I love you though, but I just can't do that. And it's so needed in business. And so you reached out and you said, hey, I want to participate. I want to help out. So share with me quickly, what made you decide to participate as a business shower sower, and why was it important to you to want to give back and help out another emerging business owner?
Well, for one, I wish someone had done this for me when I first got started. So I always look at that aspect of things. You know, when I first got started, I had to do all this on my own. So having someone knowledgeable, this is their wheelhouse, that's what I'm here for. We are here to serve others, and that's big for me. I am if I'm going to help you, if I say I'm going to help you and I can do something, I'm going to do it. I am a person of my word. I don't have time to play games and things of that nature. And when people are first getting started, I'm a little bit OCD, and I'm a stickler for certain things, especially when things are visually pleasing. With regards to branding your business, people think that it's just, oh, I can just pick a couple of colors, and you know, when they're for example, creating their business logo. Oh, I can just, slap this on there and pick a couple of colors, and it's all fine and dandy. I can just go to Fiverr and pay somebody $5 or $10 to create me a logo and all of that. It's more than that.
Yeah.
If you really want to have a successful business, then you have to be willing to invest in setting up your business properly. And branding your business is more than just pretty colors and a pretty logo.
I think a lot of people mistake branding and marketing for the same thing.
And
so in
not.
1 minute, can you tell us the difference between branding your business and marketing your business?
Branding your business, for example, we all know Apple. All we have to do is see the apple, and we know what it is. We know what it represents. We know it is high quality products. We know that those products are not cheap. We know Starbucks. A lot of people may not like Starbucks. I'm addicted to Starbucks personally, but we know Starbucks is not cheap. It is a well-known brand, different things like that. So you want to create something that is, as soon as somebody sees it, they're automatically going to associate that with you. Marketing is when you're marketing, you're putting it out there. You're telling people, this is what I have, this is what I do, your services, your products, things of that nature. So branding, marketing, all of those, it's totally separate. And for me,
and branding, correct me if I'm wrong, branding also speaks to your target audience. Yes. So if your target audience is teenagers, then you don't want brand colors or looks or logos that's going to speak to an older generation. Or if you are branding or you're targeting an older generation, if you're targeting 60 and over crew, then you don't want no hip hop, anything that's too whatever in your branding, because you're going to draw in the wrong crowd. So doing your branding conversations, do you go ahead?
Yeah, there's a psychology behind colors. Different colors represent different things mentally when people look at them.
Yes.
If you look at all of my branding is universal. Throughout all of my different businesses, all of my colors are universal, the same. You're always going to get red with me. Those colors, it brings out something different. When people look at it, they think about strength and power. And, when people look at purple, they think about royalty. They associate that with royalty. So all of those different things come into play with your logo. So for me, what I do is I specialize in not only branding, but merchandise as well. So it's twofold. If you're looking into getting into custom merchandise with your brand, that's something else that I also do. So when we are creating your brand colors, your logo, all of those things, I'm also looking at products that will best represent your business and your brand. For example, if you are, let's say, a nail tech, I am going to suggest products for you to brand and market to consumers that are in line with what it is that you're doing. You're a nail tech. I'm not going to suggest that you go out and you start selling water bottles.
Yep.
So a lot of people,
I like that, because in branding, you're also you as a brand strategist, you can also create marketing material as you're going through branding with them. You can create marketing material that person can use for the purpose of marketing and advertising their business, correct?
Exactly.
So why did you, and we're going to have to wrap up in a few because we have another shower recipient that's coming. I'm in a shower sower that's coming on at the 6:30 hour. But listen, Lisa's gonna be back. She's gonna be back live with all of the Sowers live and in action. They're gonna be sitting up there like Shark Tank. You know, they're gonna be sitting up there like the investors deciding who they gonna sow into.
Yeah.
Listen, October 24th is gonna be absolutely phenomenal. It really is. It's gonna be phenomenal. And I'm not just saying it because I'm doing it, it's because it's a God thing. This is a God movement.
Yep.
And my purpose of doing this is my hope and prayer is that somebody watching this, whether they're watching it live, whether they catch the replay, will take a hold of this and say, hey, I like that idea. I want to do one, and I'm going to do it my way. As I started off in the beginning, I don't have the blueprint on this thing. I am doing it the way that I felt led to do it virtually. I do know that we have some more coming up in 2022 at our live in-person event. One in March in Atlanta, Georgia, one in May in St. Louis, Missouri. And we have not set the date for Illinois and other states that have asked us to come. But this first one, I am following the blueprint of the Holy Spirit as I do it. So do the same thing. Pray about it. You know, the business shower, a lot of people thought that meant I got all this money and I'm going to be giving it out to people. I wish, speaking over my life, I pray to God I can do that, because I do want to eventually sow into the lives of emerging entrepreneurs to help you get your trademark, to help you get your LLC, to help you get a back office system and things of that nature. But we're not there yet. There are other steps that most entrepreneurs miss that they need when it comes to business to help them grow. So share with us in the next 2 minutes as to your participation in this shower. You don't have to go into details of what you're going to sow, because I'm gonna tell you now, for one, it may change the day of the shower. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit, you may hear something from one of them. The Holy Spirit may say, no, don't give them that.
It
Give
could be
them this.
more.
Right.
Exactly.
So you can share whatever you feel like sharing. And then I want you to tell the people how they can connect with you on all platforms. Because you don't now, even though she's here as a sower, she's still a small business. So reach out to her and check out the stuff she does. She makes all types of goodies. She makes all type of apparel, t-shirts, logos. If you're already established in business,
for example,
you need bags and masks or shirts for your business.
Let me give you
branding packages.
Let me give you an example of what I do. For a new client that I have, she has a retreat coming up, and this is also where I'm matching the merchandise to what it is that you do. She has a retreat coming up in Cancun, Mexico, next week. She reached out to me. She wanted face masks, sweat towels, pins, and drawstring bags. Now she's doing a survivor's retreat. Those items that she suggested does not match with what it is that she did, what she's doing, and what she's going to do. So I then in turn turned around and gave her some ideas of merchandise that will best work for her business. You are doing a retreat to help people, survivors of domestic violence and other things. This is a empowerment retreat. So we're going to personalize journals. We have personal tumblers. We have pins. We have the drawstring bags. Those things will be better, they better represent what it is that you're doing. And these are going to be items that they're going to keep and reuse and remember this by. And with all of my clients, I always add something special in there for them, a little surprise that they don't even know that's coming. I always
Yes, you do.
I always
yes,
put a
you
little
do,
extra
baby.
in there. And I always do things in love. I am a stickler with that. I don't take on something that I know I can't do. I don't like to be rushed. If it's something that I know that I can't take my time and do it right, I am not going to do it. I don't have a problem with declining things. But that's just me. So I am here to assist, and like Cherie said, I have branding merchandise packages. So if you are thinking about starting your own custom clothing line, merchandise, things like that, those are things that I help you with. I go from we sit down, we do virtual consultation. We go from idea all the way up to manufacturing and even fulfillment if that is something that you don't want to do. So you are literally just sitting back collecting your money. You promoting it online, wherever it is that you do. So I do it all. I source the things for you. You don't have to worry about any of that. So you can find me, Project Boujee Designs, on Instagram, Facebook, Project Boujee, and that's Boujee, like it's spelled. My daughters came up with this name, so you can find me on Instagram and Facebook with those names. And feel free to reach out to me, inbox me. I will answer one or two questions for you in Messenger before I send you a link to schedule a consultation. So that's it.
It's Project Boujee Designs on Facebook.
Yeah, I think it's just Project Boujee on Facebook. Project Boujee Designs.
So I just dropped it in
Instagram.
the comments. So I dropped the Instagram. It's Project Boujee Designs, and on Facebook, I tagged Project Boujee on there. Listen, DM her, reach out to her, get on her books to schedule a consultation if you're already in business. But more so, be on that live October 24th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is going to be bananas as each one of these amazing men and women share what God has purposed on their hearts to bless one of these entrepreneurs with. There are also going to be some giveaways throughout the live that's going to be randomly given to those in the listening audience. But there is a caveat. You have to be watching live on the 24th to be a winner if you are in the comment section. Because as we spin the wheel live, you have to be there and say, I'm here at that time. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we're going to spin again and it's going to go to someone else. We have some amazing things that's taking place. You can also visit a website that she has. She is redesigning her website, www.projectboujee.com. And when you reach out to Lisa, you can also find out about her podcast, The Mental Cookie, when that comes on, how you can connect with that. You can also connect with her about the relaunch of her magazine. Go get the copies that you can already get, that you can get online, the digital copies, HHH Magazine. Lisa, at the end of the broadcast, I'm going to ask you to go back to this page and in the comments section and drop the website link to the for the magazine, all of those different things, because when I tell you, you are one of the greatest hidden jewels that has not truly been discovered the way that you will be soon. You really are. You have so much in you and so much to give and so much to offer. And I believe that with the right connection and the right timing, it's going to, really blow things up. Yeah. I've seen you give selflessly. I've seen the work that you perform. I have amazing products. I have some new stuff that I reached out to you about. Hey, let's do X, Y, and Z, and so on and so forth. And I almost said it earlier, but then I caught your thing when you was like, stop. Don't be telling everybody. Just bam, just show up with it. So I'm excited about that. But if you are in business, then this is a person you really, really need to connect with. I know the quality of her work. And those of you all that have been rocking with me for a long time, and even that just recently started rocking with me, you already know I don't put anyone on my platform. Not that my platform is large yet. I don't put anyone on my platform, nor do I vouch for anyone that's going to bring you garbage or trash. Everyone that I bring on the platform are people that have been researched. They're certifiable. I know their work ethic. I know what they produce. I know what they bring to the table. And you are going to be satisfied with what you receive. So thank you guys for joining. We're about to jump right back in a few minutes with Yvonda, our next business owner, who's going to be sharing a little bit about her business. So make sure you come back over to the comments. If you haven't shared this, go ahead and share it. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and share this. Comment, let us know you watched, where you watched from, like it, because you never know if we're going to do a giveaway on tonight from one or both of these individuals. You may win another shirt. You may win some handmade items. You may win one of my Recreating Me mugs. You don't know what's going to be given away tonight, but those are the ways to enter. One, like or love our broadcast. comment on the broadcast, or share the broadcast. So we'll be doing a spin later tonight for those winners for any giveaways that we do tonight. Any closing words before we jump off of here, Lisa?
I just want to thank you for listening to the Spirit and doing this. You know, I'm always going to be here and giving whatever I can to anyone. I am in the business of serving, and I am so excited for everyone. And do not hesitate to reach out and ask for help. I'm so excited.
Amen. So that's our time, guys. Give us a few minutes to recalibrate and reset the room as we get ready to come back live in the next 5 minutes with our next business shower sower, Miss Yvonda Mack. This is Lisa Marie of Project Boujee. She is a phenomenal woman. Go check out her website. Go check out her Instagram. Check out her Facebook page and connect with her if you are ready to take your business, your ministry, your project, your organization to the next level with marketing, with branding and marketing material.
And merchandise.
Reese Lenore at RileyLenore.com. I'll see you back in a few minutes.
Bye.